Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're on a journey to simplify. I'm going to share 10 things I quit to simplify my life. If you're looking to declutter your life and find more peace, stay tuned. The first thing I quit was social media. It was a decision that took a lot of contemplation and courage. It wasn't easy, but it has been one of the most liberating decisions I've ever made. The sense of freedom I felt was almost immediate. I was spending hours each day scrolling through feeds, comparing myself to others, and feeling drained. It was a never-ending cycle of self-doubt and exhaustion. The constant barrage of perfectly curated lives left me feeling empty and anxious. It was as if I was living in a shadow of other people's highlights. Social media is rarely an accurate reflection of reality. It's a highlight reel, often masking the true struggles and imperfections of life. Quitting allowed me to reclaim my time and mental energy. I found myself more present in the moment, appreciating the little things I had previously overlooked. I started focusing on my own goals and passions. Activities that I had neglected for so long suddenly became sources of joy and fulfillment. I felt like I was missing out at first, but I began to reconnect with myself and the real world. The fear of missing out was replaced by a sense of genuine connection. I rediscovered the joy of simple pleasures, reading a book, having a meaningful conversation, or simply being present. These moments became the highlights of my day. My relationships improved, my productivity soared, and I found a sense of inner peace. The quality of my interactions deepened, and I felt more accomplished in my daily tasks. It was a wake-up call to the insidious nature of social media. The constant notifications and the pressure to stay connected were no longer dictating my life. If you're feeling overwhelmed, consider taking a break from social media. Even a short hiatus can provide clarity and a much-needed mental reset. You might be surprised by how much you gain when you disconnect. The world outside the screen is rich with experiences waiting to be discovered. Next up, let's talk about subscriptions. I'm talking about any recurring payment that wasn't adding value to my life. This could be anything from magazine subscriptions to that gym membership you're too busy to use. It's easy to fall into the trap of subscribing to things with good intentions. But this convenience can come at a cost, both financially and mentally. Take a hard look at your bank statements and identify any recurring payments you can live without. Unsubscribing from unnecessary services can also help reduce mental clutter. By cutting back on the digital noise, you create space for more meaningful things in your life. Remember, unsubscribing from something isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign of self-awareness. It's a commitment to living a more intentional life. Now, this one was tough, but incredibly necessary. It's a journey that requires courage and self-awareness. I'm talking about letting go of toxic relationships. These are the connections that drain your energy and leave you feeling worse after every interaction. These are the people who consistently bring you down and add unnecessary stress to your life. They might be friends, family members, or even colleagues. We all have those people in our lives who seem to suck the joy out of every room they enter. Their negativity can be contagious, affecting your mood and outlook. It's easy to feel obligated to maintain relationships even if they're not serving us. Society often tells us that we must keep these connections out of loyalty or tradition. But the truth is, we are under no obligation to maintain relationships that are detrimental to our mental and emotional health. It's okay to prioritize your well-being. Letting go of toxic relationships can be incredibly liberating. It opens up space in your life for positivity and growth. It frees up your energy and allows you to focus on cultivating relationships with people who uplift and inspire you. These are the connections that truly matter. You deserve to be surrounded by people who make you feel good about yourself, people who support your dreams and celebrate your successes. Don't be afraid to set boundaries and prioritize your own well-being. Remember, it's your life and you have the right to choose who gets to be a part of it. Chapter 4. Curbing excessive shopping. We live in a consumerist society that constantly bombards us with messages telling us we need to buy more to be happy. Advertisements, social media, and even our peers often encourage us to equate our self-worth with the things we own. But true happiness is not found in material possessions. It's found in the simple, often overlooked moments of life, like spending time in nature or enjoying a quiet moment of reflection. Excessive consumption can lead to feelings of emptiness and dissatisfaction. The more we buy, the more we realize that material goods can't fill the emotional voids we might have. I used to buy things I didn't need, just to feel a fleeting sense of satisfaction. It was a temporary fix, a quick way to feel good, but it never lasted. But the thrill of the purchase would quickly fade, leaving me with a cluttered home. My living space became a reflection of my internal chaos, filled with items that served no real purpose. I realized that I was trying to fill a void in my life with material possessions. It was a moment of clarity that made me question my habits and what I truly valued. So I made a conscious decision to curb my excessive shopping habits. I started by making lists of what I actually needed and sticking to them, avoiding impulse buys. I started practicing mindful consumption and shifted my focus from acquiring things to appreciating experiences. I found joy in the simple act of walking in nature and spending quality time with loved ones. Investing in travel, relationships, and personal growth brought me far more joy than any material possession ever could. These experiences enriched my life in ways that shopping never did, providing lasting happiness and fulfillment. Chapter 5. The Myth of Multitasking. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to feel like we need to be doing a million things at once. But the truth is, multitasking is a myth. Our brains are not wired to effectively focus on multiple complex tasks at the same time. When we try to multitask, we're essentially rapidly switching our attention back and forth. This constant task switching takes a toll on our cognitive resources. Instead of trying to do everything at once, I started focusing on single tasking. By slowing down and focusing on one thing at a time, I was able to get more done in less time and with less stress. The quality of my work also improved dramatically. Chapter 6. Fueling my body with intention. I'm not here to tell you to follow a specific diet. However, being more mindful of what I put into my body has been a game changer. I used to rely on processed foods and sugary drinks for convenience, but I started to notice that my energy levels and overall health were suffering. So I made a conscious effort to start fueling my body with more nutrient-dense whole foods. I started cooking more meals at home using fresh ingredients. I experimented with different cuisines and flavors, discovering new healthy recipes. By prioritizing whole, unprocessed foods, I've noticed a significant improvement in my energy levels and overall mood. Balance and moderation are key. Chapter 7. The Power of Saying No. In a world that constantly demands more of our time and energy, it's easy to overcommit. But every time we say yes to something, we're also saying no to something else. Learning to say no is an essential skill for living a more fulfilling life. It's about setting healthy boundaries and prioritizing our time and energy. It's not always easy to say no, but it's better to politely decline than to overcommit. When you start saying no to things that don't align with your priorities, you create space for the things that truly matter. You reclaim your time, your energy, and your power. Chapter 8. Silence the inner critic. We all have that voice in our heads, the one that's constantly criticizing and judging. This inner critic can hold us back from pursuing our dreams and living to our fullest potential. The first step to silencing your inner critic is to become aware of it. Start paying attention to the negative thoughts that run through your head. Once you're aware of your inner critic's patterns, you can start to challenge and reframe those negative thoughts. Instead of accepting your inner critic's pronouncements as truth, start questioning those thoughts. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a loved one. Remember that you are human, worthy of love and respect, and capable of achieving great things. Chapter 9. Creating a Sanctuary of Calm. Our physical environment can have a profound impact on our mental state. Clutter and disorganization can lead to feelings of stress and overwhelm. I used to let clutter accumulate in my living space, but one day I decided to start decluttering my home, one small area at a time. It was amazing how liberating it felt to get rid of things I didn't need. As I decluttered my physical space, I noticed a shift in my mental state as well. I felt calmer, more focused, and more at peace in my surroundings. Creating a sanctuary of calm in your home can have a positive impact on your overall well-being. Chapter 10. Conquering Procrastination. Procrastination, we've all been there. It's a common human experience, but that doesn't make it any less frustrating. Procrastination can stem from fear of failure, perfectionism, or feeling overwhelmed. One effective way to combat procrastination is to break down large tasks into smaller steps. This makes the task seem less daunting and more approachable. Another helpful strategy is to create a schedule and stick to it. This helps to establish a routine and build momentum. Procrastination is a habit, and like any habit, it can be broken with conscious effort. Start small, be kind to yourself, and celebrate your progress. Outro, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Remember, simplifying your life is a journey, not a destination. It's about making conscious choices to align your actions with your values. It's about creating space for the things that truly matter: your health, your relationships, your passions, and your purpose. Let me know in the comments what you've quit to simplify your life. See you in the next video.